3 days of terror.
A lot of people are hurting, and they do things. Hurting people hurt people.
Tonight, the actions being taken to help a neighborhood plagued by social and economic issues.
Social media fallout, the meme posted on Facebook that now has a local university dean apologizing.
The social media comments that cost 3 Mobile firefighters their jobs.
They brought us here, to give us a better life.
Living the American dream, the locals welcoming victory after a Supreme Court ruling.
NBC 15 News at 6 starts now. New tonight at 6, 3 shootings in 3 days with 4 victims, all in one neighborhood.
And take a look. These are the 3 shootings that happened in Mobile's Birdville community since Tuesday. It's a neighborhood plagued by social and economic issues.
NBC 15's Justin Moore spoke with the mayor about what city leaders are doing to curb crime in this neighborhood. Justin?
Well, Kim, Andrea, Mayor Sandy Stimpson says it's going to take a community effort to change the narrative of the Birdville community. 3 shootings over the last 3 days in one Mobile neighborhood. One of the shootings is in City Council member C.J. Small's district.
We have not had no shootings like that in a while.
The latest shooting involving a male victim in the 1700 block of Raven Drive. Mobile police are also investigating another shooting that took place Wednesday on Hertel, where a 21-year-old was shot and is in serious condition. In a third shooting on Tuesday, someone fired shots hitting 2 other victims on Raven Drive.
It does bring danger into the community because you could have innocent standbotters get shot and everything, so it's a great concern.
This Mobile neighborhood is faced with a lot of challenges, including crime, poverty, and dilapidated homes.
A lot of people are hurting, and they do things. Hurting people hurt people.
Mayor Sandy Stimpson says the city continues adopting new programs to keep people living here out of trouble.
A lot of these challenges that we have that are probably the basis of some of these shootings, it's a community effort. It's not a police situation. It takes us working together.
Now, police are investigating these shootings. It's unclear if all 3 shootings are connected. Live at police headquarters, Justin Moore, NBC 15 News.
Justin, thank you. NBC 15 News will continue to follow the latest on this story. For all our updates, follow NBC 15 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at mynbc15.com. Well, tonight, social media use is costing Mobile firefighters their jobs.
The Mobile Firefighters Association confirms 2 firefighters were fired and 1 resigned over comments made about protests and riots.
Tonight, 3 firefighters are looking for new jobs after allegedly violating the city's social media policy. In one post about protesters, someone commented, quote, "Just turn the water hose on them and spray them away." To which a source tells us one of the terminated firefighters replied, quote, "I don't go back till Monday, LOL." The union spokesperson says he is appealing the termination and added they expect others who the department is investigating may be disciplined too. Today, neither the mayor's office nor the fire department would comment. In a June 4th memo obtained by NBC 15 News, Fire Chief Mark Seeley said to the department regarding social media use, quote, that while your freedom of speech is protected by the First Amendment, your position is not. Firefighters across the country have gotten in trouble for comments made on social media. The organization Fire Rescue One, that helps train first responders, addressed the issue with this video, explaining how departments have to hold its own accountable.
As chiefs and leaders in our organizations, we need to make sure that we are upholding the public trust, that we ourselves have the trust, honor, and ethics, that we're exercising those that are necessary to maintain that public trust.
Mobile police say it's also investigating violations of the city's social media use policy.
Another Facebook post has a dean at the University of Mobile apologizing. His actions have also prompted the school's president, a former student, and the NAACP to step in.
NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson has been following this story. Rachel?
Andrea, the dean apologized to a student, but the NAACP says that's not good enough.
It should be offensive to all. It shows insensitivity, and there was definitely some racial overtones in regards to the post that I reviewed.
James Averhart is the executive director of the local chapter of the NAACP. He is referring to this meme posted on Dr. Alan Miller's personal Facebook page. The meme shows a white child and an Asian child with the caption, "Asking her to apologize for slavery is like asking her to apologize for Pearl Harbor." Miller is the dean of the Alabama School of the Arts at University of Mobile.
Oh, is that how you, like, that's how you feel? Like, that's how you feel about, you know, your Black students?
Roya Richson is a former student of the university. She says the post was offensive and unacceptable, especially from someone in leadership.
Were you hurt when you saw the post?
Yeah, I was. You know, I was.
She says she wanted friends and students to know of Dr. Miller's actions. She even reached out to the university with her concerns.
When they think no one's watching, this is how the faculty, you know, this is how a faculty member feels. And it's not just any faculty member, you know, it's the dean.
University of Mobile President Dr. Lonnie Burnett says Miller used bad judgment in posting the meme. Burnett released this statement saying, while this post was not on any University of Mobile media and certainly is not reflective of the views of this institution, the incident can be used as a teachable moment. Dr. Miller removed the post and reached out to Richson, offering a personal apology. Averhart says that's not enough.
It's bigger than that, so he should issue a public apology, you know, and it actually starts at the top.
The former student says Dr. Miller posted this just days after the school sent out an email about diversity. She's hoping the school will provide training on this matter. Kim?
Rachel, thank you. Millions of Americans will be celebrating the unofficial Juneteenth holiday tomorrow. It's the day that marks the end of slavery in America. Federal orders were given June 19, 1865 in Galveston, Texas, to set all slaves free. There will be a weekend of events to celebrate the holiday in Mobile and Pritchard.
We told you earlier this week about the plans for Black Lives Matter to be painted in downtown Mobile. It's set to happen this Sunday on Conti Street near Cathedral Square as part of Mobile's Juneteenth celebration. Organizers are asking for chalk paint and water donations to the Alabama Contemporary Art Center ahead of Sunday's project.
A huge Black Lives Matter mural now resides in the heart of Birmingham. This street mural now takes up a city block. Artists and volunteers began the project Wednesday. The goal was to have it ready by Friday for Juneteenth.
NBC 15 News continues to follow the latest on all of the unrest happening in our country. Head over to our website, mynbc15.com, to view all of our coverage and updates.
First-time unemployment claims across the nation has totaled 1.5 million. More than 420,000 of those claims were made right here in Alabama. Since March 16th, almost $2 billion in benefits have been issued across the state.
The coronavirus pandemic is far from over, and we're seeing staggering numbers in the state of Alabama. Nearly 900 cases were added to the state's dashboard today. Take a look. Numbers have been up and down since the start of the pandemic 3 months ago. More than 800 people have died from COVID-19 in our state.
Dr. Rendy Murphy with the Mobile County Health Department says the case increase Mobile County is now seeing is considered community-based transmission. Here's a look at the latest increase. Mobile County now has nearly 2,900 confirmed coronavirus cases, and 130 people have died from the deadly virus since the pandemic began in March. Dr. Murphy says those cases are primarily in the 20 to 50 age group.
This is a representation of what we call community-based transmission. So person-to-person transmission that's happening in the community setting, not in healthcare facilities or in nursing homes. That is what's driving our outbreak.
Dr. Murphy says we are not out of the woods yet with our first wave of coronavirus because we have yet to see a steady decline. She says to continue following social distancing guidelines and wear face coverings. Well, new information tonight in an early morning crash. It happened on Highway 45 at the intersection of Shelton Beach Road and St. Stephen's Road. We're learning the crash began after the driver tried to avoid a traffic stop.
According to the Sierra Police Department, an officer went after the driver, and at one point he could no longer see the vehicle. The officer continued south on Shelton Beach Road extension until he found dirt and debris on the road, which led to the scene where the suspect's car had left the road and struck a tree.
The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says the driver was ejected from the car.
New construction taking place in South Baldwin County. The Regional Medical Center broke ground today on its freestanding emergency department in Gulf Shores. The emergency department will be available every day, 24 hours a day, serving patients with medical emergencies. It's set to open next summer.
We are turning up the heat as we head into the weekend. Lots of sunshine for Father's Day. NBC 15 meteorologist Kelly Foster joins us now with the Gulf Coast certified most accurate forecast by Weather Rate. Kelly, the skies are clear for the next few days.
Yes, we are looking sunny and bright. We will continue to have a few stray showers and thunderstorms as far as the sea breeze is concerned, but that's about it. Right now, we are looking at a little bit of Thursday thunder right now, and it's near Highway 98 in Mobile County. You know, the Sims area, Lot, Scenic Hills, also right at the state line near Howell, in between Mobile and George County. Also, Jay, Florida, getting in on a brief downpour. A lot of red on the radar here in between Brownsdale, Jay, Cobbtown, and this is along Highway 59. But for the most part, limited rain coverage. Again, 20% chance of storm action through Sunday, and that rain coverage will ramp up as we head towards next Tuesday. We're kicking off summer on Saturday. I've got your Father's Day forecast for Sunday coming up.
Kelly, thanks. Be sure to download our free NBC 15 weather app. You can watch the latest forecast and track incoming rain right on your phone. Just search WPMI WX in your app or Google Play stores.
Still to come, blessing others. One local boy on a mission to help those in need at the expense of his 6th birthday.
Plus, Dreamers respond. The Supreme Court ruled against the president to end DACA. Tonight we hear from a local man whose life changed because of the program.
You're watching NBC 15 News, winner of the Regional Edward R. Murrow Overall Excellence Award. This is NBC 15 News, winner of Best Newscast from the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Tonight, the Supreme Court has ruled against President Trump's effort to end DACA or the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. The ruling says the president cannot end legal protections for young immigrants.
So today's decision allows Dreamers to breathe a temporary sigh of relief. The DACA program could still be terminated if the Trump administration comes up with a better justification for doing so.
The Supreme Court's decision is being celebrated in communities like Foley, where there's a large immigrant population from Mexico.
And that's where we find NBC 15's James Gordon right now.
You know, this is a welcome victory for Dreamers, but the real celebration, they say, will come if Congress makes this program permanent. Foley, Alabama is home to hundreds of immigrants from South America. Most are from Mexico.
I have 58 First Communions this year, and 48 of them are Hispanic children.
Catholic priest Father Paul Zogby has also written more than 100 letters of recommendation for children to remain in this country under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program.
Those who are making decisions about who gets to stay in our country think it's important that people are practicing their faith, that have belief in God, that are living the commandments, that are properly employed or doing well in school.
28-year-old Alfonso Baca makes good money as a house painter. His parents brought him and his 2 siblings to Foley from Mexico when he was 10 years old. Essentially, he's a dreamer under the DACA program. He graduated from Gulf Shores High School, has an associate's degree in criminal justice, and is working on a 2nd degree in business administration.
People think that whenever you got DACA, you get help from the government, and actually, one of their rules or to get DACA is to be self-sufficient. So you don't get no help. In my school, I paid it with my own money.
They don't know any other country but our country. So this is considered their native land.
So much so that Alfonso is working on becoming an American citizen, has plans to marry and make this his home. His parents wanted him to have the American dream.
They brought us here, to give us a better life. That's mostly why everyone else comes to this country.
And now the Dreamers hope to make their own history, too. Now, the DACA program has processed more than 700,000 immigrants in this country, and all of them came to the U.S. as children. And now we're live in Baldwin County. James Gordon, NBC 15 News.
James, thank you. New information tonight. A 6-year-old boy is being a ray of sunshine and making others' day for his birthday.
Yeah, this is Henry Angerson. He decided this year for his birthday, he wanted guests to bring gifts for children at the Child Advocacy Center.
Well, today, Henry and his parents went to deliver those gifts to the center.
I just wanted to help other kids out.
He loves art, and so he decided to tell his little buddies to bring art supplies to his birthday, and we wanted to bring them to somebody. And you know, the Child Advocacy Center has been such a part of our family through my uncle's years of service here on the board, and he said, that's what I want to do.
That is so sweet. Executive Director Andy Wynn says the center is very fortunate for such a giving spirit and thanks Henry for thinking of the children at the Child Advocacy Center.
Well, the death of George Floyd and protests that followed has brought light to many issues in our communities. The need for many organizations to rethink their overall structures, one of them. Autumn Robinson, a North Alabama resident, started a petition on change.org calling for an end to the Birmingham Bells.
At the end of the day, I never felt comfortable being a Birmingham Belle. I would never ask to be a Birmingham Belle. And I think that that is representative of a lot of what happens in the city. No one blatantly said I couldn't be a Birmingham Belle, but representing and glorifying culture of your ancestors who enslaved mine automatically says, like, I'm not welcome there.
The Birmingham Bells released a statement saying organizations shouldn't be judged on their origins, but instead their contributions to the community today. Worth a note, we found no such push here in Mobile County or Baldwin County for the Azalea Trail Maids and Dogwood Trail Maids.
Tonight, a Pensacola man is seeking legal action against the city after he was held at gunpoint by a police officer during a traffic stop.
Get out of the vehicle now! Get out of the vehicle now. Step out of the vehicle.
Taryn Black was pulled over in January for not wearing a seatbelt. Now you can see in this body cam video, the officer approaches Taryn Black's car and holds him at gunpoint after Black did not immediately stop when seeing the officer's lights. It is 45 seconds from where the body cam video starts to the time Taryn did pull over.
Get on your knees. Put your hands on top of your head.
I remember just not too long ago where Tamar Crawford was shot. And so it was just about getting to a place that I felt comfortable. I felt safe.
Taryn says he kept driving because he was close to a neighborhood where his friends lived. After speaking with the officers, Taryn was taken out of the handcuffs. He was only given a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt.
NBC 15 weather with meteorologist Kelly Foster. Certified most accurate forecast by Weather Rate.
Countdown is on for a lot of things. We are less than 6 hours out to the best day of the work week, Friday, and we're going to have some changes as we head into the upcoming weekend. 1 day out until summer and 2 days out until Father's Day. Here's a look. We are looking at a few small showers out there and one thunderstorm, all this occurring along the sea breeze. You can see in the northwest corner of Mobile County near Simpson Lot along Highway 98. Some wet weather there and heavier downpours with lightning embedded within these storms near Jay, Cobbtown, also over towards Brownsdale, Harvest Road, and along Highway 89. As far as the Port City, it's been a pretty day. Temperatures have been on the hot side, and heat index values are going to be an issue as we head into the upcoming weekend. It's going to feel much hotter than the actual reading. 1 day out until summer, the official kickoff, 4:43 p.m. Saturday, and the weekend will hold steamy conditions with stray showers. Heat index values are going to be spiking into the mid-90s, could even make it go at upper 90s, but otherwise a fantastic Father's Day weekend. We continue to have that dry air in place. Notice the color orange here. That's an indication of that dry air. We're still on the backside of that low across the mid-Atlantic. That rain is going to continue to crawl with that low to the Great Lakes as we head on into your Friday, and that's when that moisture from the Gulf is going to make a comeback. So 20% chance of showers through Father's Day, and then our coverage will begin to increase as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So as we take a look at the storm tracker, a few clouds around. Will start out mostly sunny, and then a few blips on the radar, a few little specks here and there, and they could pop up anywhere along the sea breeze during the afternoon. Tropics are quiet. We continue to monitor that Saharan dust layer that continues to pull to the west from the continent of Africa, building across the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. By the middle of next week, we're going to be looking at more vibrant sunrises and sunsets. Thank you, Kelly Allen. She snapped that gorgeous view last night from the Eastern Shore, another beauty. And I tell you what, don't forget about Father's Day on Sunday. We've got good shopping weather, stray showers on Sunday with a high of 92.
All right, Kelly, NBC 15 is honoring our veterans, and we need your help. We're saluting the local men and women who served our country in the military.
Please share your favorite picture of a veteran. We also need his or her name, rank, branch, years of service, and hometown.
Please send to veterans@mynbc15.com. We will brag about our veterans every night during our 10 o'clock newscast. Well, coming up, remembering the Ballers.
Today's ultimate Alabama athlete is Robert Horry. We have more about him after the break.